So this is session 1 of 3 or 4 I'd like to do to compare the Ace Pro and the GoPro Hero 11. Sorry, I don't have the 12, I just got the 11. So we're gonna run it in a bunch of different conditions. I'm at Tower Power today in Pemberton. As you can see, it is gorgeous. And most action cameras perform amazing when it is gorgeous out. So we'll get a baseline here. We'll make it fair to both of them. And then I'm hoping to do rainy and dark, bright to dark, a bunch of different scenarios, and I will put them both on the screen side by side so you can watch. Settings will be as similar as I can get them. 4K 30, I don't usually shoot in anything over 4K. EV comp 0, ISO max 1600, white balance 5500, shutter auto, medium sharpness, max stabilization, Superview on the GoPro, 16:9 on the, and action on the Ace Pro with the HDR on. Let's go get a baseline. This is Tower Power. Okay, you guys, I really don't know what the angle of the dangle is going to be like. I've got the 2 cameras on a chest mount, so it's going to be bouncy. They're both bouncing, so we'll see which one stabilizes better. And I'm also on Rowan's bike, which I just got back from the shop. Quite a bit different than mine. We put the Sprindex on there, had the brakes done. They're not bedded in. It is terrifying. But here we go. Ace Pro GoPro comparison on the SB165. And I won't color grade or anything or do anything weird. I'll just do them picture in picture, side by side on the screen the whole way. Yeah, these brakes, I'm just trying to bed in Rowan's brakes, and they are so scary. Am I gonna be able to stop here? I don't know. This might be bad move. Oh, I'm pulling to the bars. Wow. Oh, it is so scary. Oh man. Brakes are everything. Let's see how they do down here. Oh geez. Hit my handlebar end on the tree. God, these brakes scare me so much. Where do I want to go here? This way. They were pretty good on that last slab. Yeah, like I am squeezing that front for all it's worth. Barely control it out of there. Well, there we go. We'll see how that turns out. Kind of a fair assessment of both cameras in good conditions. Now let's get them in some nasty conditions. All right, second ride of the Ace Pro versus the GoPro. So I'm recording this one on the GoPro. The last intro I recorded on the Ace Pro, and I haven't actually watched everything, but I thought it looked a little fuzzy, and people have talked about that close, no focus on a supposed vlogging camera. So I thought I'd do this one on the GoPro. We can compare that a bit too. And just like I chose Tower of Power for the first video because it was perfect for action cameras, no trees, consistent light, perfect lighting, the whole trail, I've chosen Green Monster today because it is overcast, just started spitting, we're in and out of the trees, there's some big compressions, so it should give us a good test. And remember, these are both on the same mount, so whatever shutters and compressions and everything that this one's dealing with, this one's dealing with as well. So let's see who does it better. So here we go. Hopefully the angle of the dangle's all right, although I'm not too worried about that. It's more about the comparison footage. I switched out the pesky thumb screw that wouldn't tighten enough on the last video because I have this new double mount that's just made of aluminum and it's thin, so it wouldn't cinch it tight enough, but we should be good. I will check it periodically. Oh, oh, here's the monster. Oh, jeez. Oh boy. All right, there we go, you guys. That's Green Monster Ace Pro GoPro comparison. Let's see what she looks like. We're at Bush Doctor for today's comparison of the Ace Pro versus the GoPro, and I chose Bush Doctor again, like yesterday. It is in and out of light, so there's lots of dark sections. It's pretty laid out. It's after 6, so I'm hoping that we can get another comparison in marginal light with these two. And I've got the Ace Pro in pure video mode, 4K 30, which is apparently its low light mode with low light stabilization on. GoPro is in the same mode it's been the whole time, both on the same chest mount, so any bumps and stuff they're both dealing with at the same time. Let's see how they do. Okay, here we go. Bush Doctor comparison, Ace Pro pure video, GoPro Hero 11. Going over here. The compression's just a little less over there. Okay, it's pretty dark here now. All right, there we go, you guys. Now I'm gonna go watch these. I haven't watched any yet, and see like if there's an obvious difference. Do I need to do a really dark rainy day comparison? Okay, now that I have had a chance to go over all the footage that we shot doing the comparison videos of the Ace Pro and the GoPro, I have some thoughts. I'll try and keep it quick. And keep in mind, this is a very specific use case. Mountain biking is a very specific sport requiring very specific features in a camera. So somebody who's going to use this for things other than mountain biking will have a different opinion than mine, I'm sure. But I think that being said, there was a fairly obvious standout in my use case. Now, some of the things I love about this camera, I like the field of view. I really like this flippy screen, which is not gonna break. Everybody's freaking out saying it's gonna break. It's gonna break if you ride it or do action sports with the flippy screen up like that. But for setting angles and setting up taking shots like this, it's great. Battery life was awesome, fast charging, amazing. And I did like the colors straight out of the camera, which everything was just straight out of the camera in the whole video. They seemed a little more natural than the GoPro. But this little guy just could not hang in the stabilization department, and I kind of feel like it couldn't really hang with the overall picture quality. You know, as you can see in the video, stabilization was a disaster for this. And that is a huge part of what I need in a camera and what mountain bikers need in a camera. And if you've watched these videos here, you'll know that since day one having this, even running it solo by itself on the chest mount, I have been worried and concerned about the stabilization and the image quality. Turns out I wasn't wrong. You know, I did notice in this video at about the 12:15 mark, it was actually giving us a better image when it was in the pure video mode, but I don't think that that tiny little snippet outweighs all the stabilization and image quality issues overall. I think this is a great camera. I think this is a great camera for people who are not going to be as rough on it as I am. For people who are doing action sports maybe that are a little smoother. You know, maybe people who travel vlogging and action sports that don't involve as much stabilization needs as mountain biking. I also think that GoPro can learn many things from this camera. And the X4 that's out too. I'm really hoping that this drives innovation in the camera space, because GoPro has kind of been sitting on its laurels for a while, hasn't really done anything to innovate. So I'm hoping that they take some of the features from this, package it into that amazing stabilization algorithm they've got going, and we get something closer to the perfect action camera. Because right now, this isn't it. Neither of them are really it, but the GoPro's still getting the edge for me, for my use case, over the Ace Pro. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts below, and we'll see you in the next one.